Story, wrestling fans. The Legend Killer challenges a legend. Shania is breaking up. And who gave Drew COVID? All that and more coming up on the Wrestle Story. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW, and every Friday after SmackDown. Hello, people. Hello, John and Lee. How you doing? We are glad to have you here, as we are going to discuss a Raw that...
By tomorrow,
I believe...
A Raw that by tomorrow I won't
Hello,
remember...
Mrs. Gleen.
I won't remember what happened on
Well, the thing is I would say that... It wasn't good, but it had some good parts.
It wasn't good until the last minute of the show. Yeah, I mean, a standard, normal Raw.
Good evening, Scott. You fell asleep and woke up just in time for the best show on the planet.
Yep.
I love the ending. The ending was awesome. I love the way the show ended. Raw was 50-50, but damn Alexa with the fireball. It was sweet. The ending was awesome. Word of the day.
Brochachos.
Bro. It's brochacos.
No, it's brochachos.
Yeah, but he spelled it brochacos.
I know, but it's brochachos.
I'd rather have it brochacos. Brochacos sounds better.
What does that mean, though?
That nobody knows.
Give us a definition on what that means.
You want me to give you the definition of a brochaco?
Sure.
It's tacos with chocolate.
That Matt
for the
Riddle,
bros.
That Matt Riddle invented. Okay.
It wouldn't be a Monday without one token dislike. We love the token dislikes. It's awesome.
Well, it means that they stopped in to see what we were doing. So...
Bliss threw a fireball like Scarlett. She learned from Scarlett, I believe. Hello, Hakeem. How you doing? Great to have everybody here. Hello, Chris. How's it going?
What is up, peephole? So... Raw, man. Raw.
I missed the first 45 minutes, but I liked the Raw. Well...
That means we didn't like it!
You didn't miss much for the, with the first 45 minutes observing stuff. The ending was the best part, I felt.
Yeah, everything else was lackluster. So the show opens with an extended recap of last week, essentially just showing, the whole Drew and Goldberg thing, which was nice because I completely missed it and didn't see that part last week. So, yeah, we saw that. That was, great or whatever. Don't really care. But whatevs. And then we proceeded to show it again during the show, but I'll talk about that when we get to that. So I don't know. This was, fine, I guess. No, it wasn't. It was unnecessary. We didn't need this long recap. We then got into the show, and they announced earlier today that Triple H was going to be opening the show because they also announced earlier today that Drew McIntyre tested positive for COVID-19. So he was not going to be on the show. So what this was essentially a panic move. They were like, crap. We've already done Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. Crap. We've already done this versus Randy Orton. Crap. The Fiend isn't ready to come back yet. Crap. What do? Triple H. That's what we do. We drag Triple H onto this show to talk about, I don't know why he was originally supposed to be on the show in the first place. They just said he was supposed to be there.
Yes. So, going back to the whole Drew having COVID, when we start having legends dying in about 4 weeks, we'll know what happened.
Yeah, people are going to feel real bad, man. It is, okay, it's such a telling thing that the moment you bring your legends in, COVID, what was the purpose of doing that? Because you have, 71-year-old, 75-year-old Ric Flair? I don't know how old it is. 70-year-old Ric Flair, okay? Who doesn't need to be getting COVID, because I'm sure it's not going to end well for him if he does get COVID, because he's old, and he has previous health conditions. So, why? Huh? What is the purpose? What was the purpose of bringing back these legends to give COVID to them. Apparently, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And then you have Ric Flair on the show again this week when you clearly know that you had a guy who tested positive who was around everybody that was at this show, and you brought back Ric Flair again this week.
Yes.
What? It makes no sense.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Like, does Vince want Rick to get COVID? Is that what he
Scott, Scott, you're not going to have to worry about Rick and Lacey, because if Rick gets COVID, he's dead.
I don't get it.
Just have him check out already.
I just don't know why, like, it makes no sense.
No, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, if you're not careful, bad things happen, and it's why you wear a mask.
Yeah,
Just saying.
man. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty simple to do.
I mean, you invited people back to Raw who, don't believe in COVID. And they haven't been, you know, doing what they're supposed to be doing. And what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't...
It was very subtle. Very subtle, Scott. Very subtle.
I don't know, man.
You don't have to worry about Rick and Lacey because Rick is going to die. Just say. WWE, it's only the promotion that has been dealing with COVID-19. Other wrestling companies has as well. Oh, yeah, Janelle, it's been other companies.
Well, definitely, but I feel like other companies have handled things better and not done stupid things like brought legends back that are 75 years old who could potentially catch COVID and die. I mean, there's a potential that anybody can catch COVID and die, but it is, if you are at a higher risk.
Health conditions.
Such as some of the old folks that have been on the show. Like what? I don't get it. I don't know why you would unnecessarily put your people at risk.
All wrestling companies should refrain from bringing back legends. I would agree.
It's
there's
not
a more
worth
serious
it.
strain of COVID. Yeah, it's more contagious is the issue. And they're not sure exactly what it's doing to people. So it could be worse. Thoughts on the Young Buck boy covering up the COVID? I don't know that he covered it up because they talked about someone having COVID back when he had it.
What?
But
Huh?
I don't remember if it was Nick or Matt. One of them had COVID.
Oh.
They didn't mention who it was, but they said that someone within the company had COVID.
Oh.
I feel like AJ Styles doesn't believe in COVID.
I didn't know that.
Nah, AJ doesn't believe in COVID because, well, he believes that Earth is
Flat. Oh, man.
WWE just won an award for their COVID response. COVID response, bring all the legends back and see who we can kill off.
I just don't get it.
Let's take them all out. Take them all out. And then we don't have to ever bring them back again, thank God.
I just don't get it. It makes no sense.
Then all we have is the Saudis going, hey, could you bring back Ric Flair for us? No, he's dead. He died of COVID.
So no, we can't.
Yeah.
Nick said he couldn't taste anything for 3 weeks. I don't know where this freaking information came from. I haven't been on Twitter like at all today. Very rarely have I been on Twitter today, and the only things that have really popped up in my feed haven't been wrestling related. It's been like news related. So like I'm out of the loop, I guess. I didn't see that.
Bryan Danielson is vegan, so his superpowers won't let him get COVID.
Chris Jericho doesn't believe in COVID. Yeah, he's a freaking idiot who needs to be punched in the nose.
Oh, he's one that needs
to be punched in the nose several times. I volunteer to go
He's
first.
one that's kind of gained some weight, so if he gets it, it might not be good for him. He's setting up for a Rest in Peace pay-per-view.
Like, jeez.
Clark recently bought a WrestleMania 17 on DVD on eBay, but it didn't come with the insert. Clark, I'd be emailing those people and saying, hey, where's the insert? You clowns.
WWE cares so much about ratings that they bring back legends, and then a week later, the top star got COVID. I mean...
Who would have thought?
Ah, man. WWE, like...
I will say this, though. If they change the ending tonight because of the whole COVID thing and they had to do something quick, this was genius.
I feel like they probably would have already had the whole Alexa thing set up for after the match anyways, and that's why they put Randy and Drew in the main event, but they just had to switch who he was fighting on the fly because, you know, it's
Shocked the FBI let Jackson Riker be at Raw a week after storming the Capitol building.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that probably was already, like, pre-planned, and they
By the way,
still went through with that.
I don't know if you've seen, but the Buffalo guy, he hasn't eaten since Friday because he only eats organic. And now that he's in prison, they don't feed him organic, so his mom was complaining about him not getting any food.
Well, maybe you should have thought
Don't get arrested!
Maybe you should have thought about that before you went and stormed the Capitol, dude. In your, you know, lovely Chewbacca suit.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
I'm gonna go against the government. I got arrested. Where's my organic food?
I thought they did good tonight, and Triple H versus Randy makes sense, so that was cool. Yeah, see, the thing about it is, that really kills me. Okay, so actually, I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to talk more about this in just a second. I'm going to go through what happened in this segment. So essentially, Triple H came out to speak, and I was like, huh? I don't know I don't know what you're here for. Randy then comes out and is like, the office shows up because Drew McIntyre couldn't, and then Randy asks Triple H if he will give him the WWE Championship, and Trips is like, no, sorry, bro, that's not what I'm here for. And then he's like, well, I should win the Rumble then. And, you know, like, okay, whatever. Triple H says he's proud of what he did, or proud of what Randy did to The Fiend, but he doesn't understand what Orton did to Ric Flair. Okay, let's take a minute. The Fiend and Randy Orton lighting somebody on fire. Ric Flair and Randy Orton insulting a legend. I mean, I couldn't see why, you know, Triple H is proud of Randy for setting somebody on fire.
You burn that guy up. It's good.
But,
you said bad things to Ric Flair and you kicked him.
Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Like, okay. So then Randy challenges Triple H. Hunter says no. And then ultimately they, like, fight anyways. So, yeah. Okay. Point one. If this was the Goldberg and Drew storyline, this would make sense.
A moment of silence for Lance Archer's hair. He cut it tonight. Your thoughts? I'll have to see him.
Oh no. Is he... He's getting bald now.
Yeah.
He looks so cool. He looks so cool.
Lance Archer, the bald man.
The braid thing?
Yeah, it was
like
cool.
Like, it was cool.
Clark, Triple H, Orton again. Ugh. Actually, Clark, it wasn't too bad. They had to do something since Drew McIntyre could not come in because of COVID. So this probably was okay because it's tied into the storyline with Orton and the whole legend killer thing he's been doing.
Yeah, but again, so like I said,
think this
the whole
was
thing,
okay
like,
with what they did.
What they were trying to set up with Goldberg and Randy, Goldberg and Drew, where Goldberg's like, you disrespect the legend, blah, 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 blah. Like, huh? That makes no sense. But then we have this on the other side of it, where it's like, Triple H is like, you disrespected all the legends, Randy. It's like, bruh, Triple H and Randy did the Drew and Goldberg storyline better than Drew and Goldberg did.
Yeah, it was better.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do two similar storylines on the show when it's clearly, like... Honestly, what all that did with the whole Goldberg thing, it just made Goldberg look stupid. It made him look like he didn't know what he was talking about. And that he hasn't watched the product in 17 years. And made him look stupid.
Pretty much.
That's all that did. And I mean, if that's what we were going for, then, like, fine. But I don't think that's what we wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's on his Twitter. I'd check it out right now, but I don't have my phone, so...
I have my phone.
I'm going to refer to WrestleMania 37 as Thunderdome Mania. Yeah, you could do that. That'd be cool. That's an easy way to remember it. I called it COVID Mania. Triple H, Orton was 04. I guess Shane McMahon wasn't available for Orton. Well, Shane, I think, probably decided he's tired of jumping off of, like, you know, cages. Whoa!
No.
That's crazy. if you want to check out Lance Archer's hair, it looks like spaghetti.
Well, 90%, that's not like, 90% of it is not actual hair.
It's yarn.
Well, it's not, 90% of it is not actual hair. Like, it's all, fake hair that was just braided
It's implants.
into.
He had some implants.
Fake hair braided into the, real hair, whatever.
Yeah. It's obvious Oldberg headbutted the door last week. Yeah, probably a couple times, Johnny Elite. It was a last-minute booking decision. That's why it happened. Yeah. I don't think Oldberg knows who Drew McIntyre is. He doesn't. He came out and goes, "Don't you ever disrespect the legends."
And we're all like,
I gotta continue on with this. I thought you were Randy Orton. Don't ever disrespect the legends. You... Just a second. Drew McIntyre.
What is Lance Archer's Twitter handle? I was just looking at it and I don't know. All I did was search Lance Archer on Twitter.
Yeah. Lance Hoyt. At Lance Hoyt.
That's what his handle is.
Yes.
So.
If this was anybody else going against Randy Orton, the whole world would be complaining. It depends on what they do with the storyline. I mean, if I'm cool with the storyline with Triple H. I mean, they could do something with the storyline.
Mm-hmm. So, we then have a recap of Ric Flair messing up Charlotte's match, and then we have Charlotte in a backstage interview, and essentially, Sarah What's-Her-Butt is all like, "Charlotte, did you and your dad patch things up?" And she's like, yes, we did. And then she was like, said something else, and then Sarah was like, well, like, what about your dad, though? Like, what does your dad think of that? And she's like, okay, listen, like, it's 2021. Why are you still asking me about my dad? And then she walked out, and I'm like, ba-boom!
My dad's almost dead! Why are you talking about him?
I love this. I think this is brilliant. And I think this is brilliant. It gets her away from the Flair thing and gives her a shot to just be Charlotte. And I think this totally goes along with the whole adding a new layer, adding a new perspective, situation, stuff to her career, like
yes.
she talked about a couple weeks ago. And I think it just makes sense. I mean, like, she's kind of at a point where, like, she's been the bad guy, she's been the good guy, she's been the bad guy, she's been the good guy. With her dad's help, without her dad's help. She's won all the titles. She's done everything she possibly could. She won the Rumble. She went back to NXT and did stuff. And so I feel like this is different, and it's something, like, I feel like they maybe tried to do it, like, once or whatever, where, like, but not to, like, this degree. It was more so, like, just, like, she was mad at Rick type of a thing. And I feel like this is more so, like, she's gonna end up, like, disowning him. And I think that's kind of a fun concept, because it lets her go out and be Charlotte, and not Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
I think she's gonna get to the point where she drops the Flair name.
I think so, too.
That's what I think is gonna happen.
We're gonna see a change.
She's gonna drop the Flair name, and she's just gonna be Charlotte, and they can run this whole storyline of, like, my entire career, I've done everything because of my dad, and because of my dad's influence, and I'm done with that. And so I think it's just time for me to be Charlotte, and base my gimmick around me, not
I would agree.
anybody else.
Well, I think this is part of where you're gonna find out how good Charlotte is.
Yeah, I think so too, because I think it's going to shut up some people that are like, the only reason she's gotten anywhere she's gotten is because of her dad's name. And I will say I was one of those people.
Yep.
But, you know, I like it, and it's different, and it's fun, and it gives Charlotte a fresh edge where you might get some people that actually like her.
Yes, I agree. I think that...
As opposed to being this over-pushed, over-the-top, in-your-face, all-the-time gimmick character situation. It's not going to be that, and I think people are going to like her more. Yeah,
I agree. I think that she, again, I think you're going to find out how good she is with her ability, and her whole persona, I think, is going to change, and we're gonna like I said, we're gonna find out just how good she is, not only in the ring but outside of the ring and with her character and wherever she takes this. I think we're gonna find out how good she is. Which
I think is fun.
Yeah.
I think it's intriguing.
Thoughts on Sergeant Slaughter Mustafa Ali Twitter war? I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Man.
So let's check that out. Randy Orton is still putting people to sleep as he wrestles, I see. Scott, you wouldn't know because you were already asleep. Tell me they're not doing the same storyline with Charlotte and Lacey and Becky was in that type of feud. Why don't they get original? I don't think they're going to do that type of feud. I think this is just about Rick and Charlotte just splitting up.
And it's just giving Lacey a different, it's also just...
How you doing, Vinny?
I think also it's, not... I don't want to say it's going to, help Lacey in the long run, but I feel like, she's kind of getting,
Yeah.
a rub from working in the ring with Charlotte.
Yeah.
And she gets to have some sort of interaction with Ric Flair, which also I think is going to push her up higher in the rankings in the division in,
yes,
Vince's eyes,
Who won, Triple H or Orton? Nobody. Triple H disappeared from the ring. I don't know where he went. That should be a question that needs to be answered. Because he just disappeared.
The Fiend took him hostage.
I guess. I mean, the lights went out and Triple H disappeared.
I don't know, man.
And then Alexa showed up and made Randy Orton go blind. Ric Flair is Al Wilson and Lacey Evans is Dawn Marie. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That storyline was terrible. Just for the record.
You know where Vince McMahon's going to do because Drew McIntyre had COVID. He's going to give the title to Goldberg, and then we can still be mad and start a riot. John L., I'm not starting any riots, okay? Because there's been too much of that. Leading to Ric Flair versus Charlotte at Mania. Yes. Loser leaves town. Or WWE, one of the two. SmackDown. How you doing, Jack? SmackDown had 3 matches. Raw had 11. Tonight's Raw wasn't a wrestling card. It was more a weak hostage taking. Again, I think that part of this show was good and part of it was not so good.
I think majority of it was, oh crap, what are we going to do? We don't have Drew. That's what I think it was.
Yeah. Drew McIntyre has COVID, yet Sheamus and Keith Lee hugged in the ring. Well, they both were around him, so it doesn't make any difference. So if they were going to get it, they're probably going to get it anyway. At least they're hugging each other.
They can all quarantine together, and just be like, hey, we're buddies,
Yes.
Just,
how you doing, Juju? I can't wait for the Fiend's return. Yowie, wowie. Yes, the Fiend returning will be awesome. I hope.
Does Vince McMahon think COVID-19 is real? Probably not, because he's Vince McMahon. And he's friends with Donald Trump.
Well, I'm not sure, because I don't know how at this point anybody could sit here and say that COVID's not real.
Jericho has.
Considering we've had a 9/11 happening every day now for the last month and a half.
The only way you can think COVID is not real is if you are a complete idiot. So,
I want someone to go to Los Angeles or one of these places that's being hit hard right now and go into these hospitals and go, COVID's not real. I don't think that you guys really have this many people in the hospital. And I don't think they're all sick with this illness that's around. And, doesn't this usually happen? Don't you usually have this many people here to where you have to, have a parking garage, as a hospital?
My response would be, well, pow. And the person goes, what was that for? Well, you just asked to get punched in the face, didn't you?
Well,
you just asked me to punch you in the nose. That's what I heard.
I don't get it. 8 in chat, 4 likes. Who's this us? Yeah, we've been trying to figure it out for a long time, Jack.
Oh, man. I like how they had matches instead of talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I agree and disagree. I feel like it's good to have matches on, but we need matches that actually make sense as to why they're happening, and I feel like 90% of the time that doesn't happen. And so I would much rather see a promo that made more sense than a match that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I agree.
Cool.
Why were Sheamus and Keith Lee teaming together than facing each other?
I don't know. Did I miss the interaction after the match, or did they just go in a match and
let me explain
beat each
to
other
you.
up? I don't really get it either. But whatevs.
Because WWE's thinking is this.
The people want to see people fight. So, why don't we just use the the same guys that were on 2 minutes ago in this match against one another. Genius.
No, here's their thinking. You guys are already in the ring. Let's just have the two of you wrestle. Go for it.
Like, why bring out somebody else?
Yeah, we don't need to bring anybody else out there. There were 2 matches made by the loser of the last match, and the last match was seconds long. Yeah, it's again, I don't understand some of the booking, but the ending was really good. I thought the ending was really good. Donald Trump should be removed from the Hall of Fame. James, how he got into the Hall of Fame is beyond me. I want someone to explain to me why. You know, this is why the WWE Hall of Fame is a joke.
It pays to be friends with Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Vince, if I kiss your butt, can I get into your Hall of Fame?
Why, yes, Donald!
Okay, let's go!
Ah, man.
Oh my god, the whoopah punch from Maven, by god.
It was whoopah.
I like the whoopah.
No, that's not what it was at all.
The whoopah!
Elias hurt himself making music.
His music is trash.
Ah.
I don't think he's too bad at times, but what he's done lately has been terrible.
Okay, what he's done lately is involving a piece of trash. So, yes, it is trash.
Yeah. Since WrestleMania is called the greatest stage of them all, shouldn't WrestleMania 36 be called the smallest stage of them all? Yeah, probably. I would say so. Not many people were on the show tonight because we saw people twice because they had to feel like Drew wasn't there. Probably fill time where Drew wasn't there. Yeah, probably that and the fact that, maybe they're trying to limit people from getting COVID. Except for Ric Flair. They figure if he gets COVID, they can just kill him off and they don't have to pay him anymore. Mister Gleen, Vince's limo driver, is in the Hall of Fame. Says it all. Yep. So that's just it. There's not much to get into the Hall of Fame. As long as you kiss Vince's butt.
So we then have Lacey Evans backstage, and she dedicates her match to Ric Flair. And then we have Drew McIntyre says he's tested positive for COVID-19, and he asks everyone to wear masks and partake in social distancing, and he will see us soon.
Except for when you're in the ring.
He says, I am one of the fortunate ones with no symptoms, but I assure you, COVID should not be taken lightly.
Yes.
Wear your masks, folks.
Yes, wear your mask, folks.
That was a PSA from, you know what? Somebody on Twitter should send this message to Chris Jericho. They'd probably get blocked, but somebody should send this tweet to Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I would laugh to see what
it
happens.
Wouldn't matter because the people that don't believe in this aren't going to believe in it. 14 people could be on their deathbed that they're their friends, and they go, well, it's just like the flu.
No, I guarantee that he would block whoever sent that tweet to him.
Probably.
And I would laugh.
John L. says, I can tell you my favorite movie without telling you my favorite movie. I don't have friends. I got family. Now figure it out. I don't know. Right off the top of my head. I think Sonya Deville wins the Royal Rumble so she can get her job back. What's she need a job for? She's already got one. She's the GM of SmackDown. Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Is that what that's from, Jack? I haven't seen the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Is Corona good? And no, I'm not talking about COVID. I mean the beer. I don't know because I don't drink beer. You'd have to ask other people. Because I can't stand beer. Like, I puke. Not because I drink too much. Because I can't stand the taste of it.
So anyways, after this we have Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair. And partway through the match, Ric Flair comes out, and I'm like, why though? Like, dude is gonna get COVID and die, so like, let's not. I would rather not watch Ric Flair just like collapse on the stage. Please, let's not.
Well, that's not how it works. You get it and then you're sick for a while.
Well, we don't know. Wasn't there a guy that like collapsed in a grocery store or something? He didn't know he had it. Collapsed in a grocery store, and they were like, oh.
Well, he did, yeah. I mean,
dead.
that's happened.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Like Rick walks out. Woo!
Like, it's stupid to bring him out. And Charlotte is just as confused as all of us. We're all like, huh? What? Why? What's the point? So then Rick ends up putting Lacey Evans' leg on the bottom rope in the middle of the match, and then Charlotte attempted to do a suplex on Lacey, but Rick grabbed Charlotte's foot, and then Lacey got the pinfall, and then Lacey and Rick walked out all like, ha ha ha, and I'm all like, okay.
Yes. I kind of like what they're doing with it, just because I don't think it's going to be a Lacey-Rick thing. I think it's going to be just Rick trying to mess up Charlotte.
For what reason, though?
I think that's more of it. Well, because of what she did last week. Because that's what Ric Flair does. That's what he's always done.
Oh, Scott, I did see the tweet that you tagged me in. I saw this video earlier today, and I did laugh. It was really funny. The Bayley and Stone Cold thing. That was funny.
I'm not huge on beer. Good thing, Jack, because I'm not huge on beer either. Y'all think Trump should be removed from the Hall of Fame? James, I would like to have him removed from The Office first. And I'm not talking about the TV show. I'm talking about the Oval Office. Ding dong. Hello. What?
So, we then have...
It's not a real Hall of Fame.
Keith Lee.
Rick should stay home and not be on TV and stuff. Exactly, John Elite. Why he's there, I don't know. I don't know.
Let's not, Scott.
Ric Flair and Lacey are going to go full
Let's not. I mean, I'm sure they'd probably get some views.
Well, Rick would go, woo!
They'd get some views, but, like, I think 90% of everybody would be going, I need to wash my eyeballs out with fire.
That's why Randy agreed to be blind for the next couple weeks. Shoot me with fire so I don't have to watch this.
Oh, man.
That's the storyline you're going with? Let's do the fire scene with me.
Oh, man. So we then have Keith Lee backstage, and Sheamus comes by him to say that if Drew respects Keith, then he does too. And then Miz and Morrison come by, and Miz and Morrison challenge Sheamus and Keith to a match, and Keith Lee accepts for them. We then have Elias and Jackson Ryker who come out to the ring, and Elias got injured recording some music or something, and so Ryker's taking Elias' spot. We get Jackson Ryker versus Jeff Hardy. Don't freaking care. Elias distracted Hardy, and Ryker got the roll-up. After the match, Jeff called Elias back to the ring and said, oh, well, Ryker must be better than you if you're not willing to come and fight me. We then have Jeff Hardy versus Elias, where Jeff Hardy won, and I don't care. Again, why are we still doing Jeff Hardy and Elias? That's my first question. The next question is, why is Jackson Ryker still on TV? The next question is, actually, it's not really a question, it's just a statement. Both Elias and Jackson Ryker suck. Not a fan, bro. I did like Elias before, but now that he's paired with Goonball McGee, I don't freaking care. Jackson Ryker is a piece of trash.
Goonball McGee.
Jackson Ryker is a piece of trash. And I don't want to watch him on my television.
Next time he comes to the ring, I'm going to be going, they're going to be going, Jackson Ryker. I'm going to be going, Goonball McGee.
I don't know why they feel the need to put him on television. He's not helping anybody, bro. He's not even good. Why? He's a freaking piece of trash human being, and he shouldn't be on television.
Yeah.
Miz and Morrison suck too, but in a different capacity than Ryker does. Ryker is just a terrible human being, and Miz and Morrison are just terrible characters on television. There's a difference.
Jack says, I've still got 28 beers to get through from Christmas. Well, how many beers did you have, Jack? I used to be a Trump supporter until I found out he doesn't believe in COVID. Now I hate him. Clark, that's Trump. He's just that way. And now that he's wanting to kill people and doesn't care about people, you should just hate him even more. Of course, he's always been that way. It's just, not, a lot of people didn't see it. So a lot of people still don't see it. Next week, Randy going to be all Daredevil and stuff. Yes, he's going to come out with the red suit on and the face covering right up here. And he's going to use his other senses to destroy somebody. Alexa Bliss now has powers. Yes, she's always had powers. The Fiend just helped her unleash them. That's all it took. Kane used to have powers too. Yes, and then he got old and started to, not believe in COVID and things like that. And so he's lost his powers. Riker needs to go bye-bye. Yes, definitely.
Bye-bye. Don't let
Elias
the door
cost
hit you
Jeff
on
Hardy
the
the
way
match
out.
by staring at him. Yes, he did, Scott. That's those special powers that people have that can cost people matches and things like that. Ms. Morrison sucked too. Just because of what they're doing with
Like
him.
I said, I already said my piece on that. I don't think
What they're doing with him is terrible.
They suck as characters. Jackson Riker sucks as a human being. Whoop, two different.
Goonball
playing
McGee,
fields
that
here.
man's a blue chipper, sir. To die. Vince McMahon probably doesn't care about anybody. He's like Trump. You're making me money? That's all I care about. Ric Flair died? Let's have the funeral on Raw.
Maybe it'll draw in some viewers.
I hope we can have a big crowd for this, because I want to make lots of money.
Oh, man.
I had 0 beers at Christmas. Well, good, Jack. Then you have 28 left. I know someone that would probably drink them, Jack. That, you could give them to. I'm pretty sure he would drink them. I think you probably know who I'm talking about. Maven, can you do the correct way Miz does it?
I don't know, man. How does he do the correct?
I don't know.
Correct, John. Something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard a rumor about Becky coming back after the Rumble and going to SmackDown, and she's going to win the SmackDown Women's title right away because SmackDown needs a star power, and that's Becky.
That's highly debatable.
James, here's my thought on all of this, okay?
Becky is needed on Raw, and I think Becky can come back whenever Becky is ready to come back, and I'll be perfectly happy with it. I'm not really going to put a time frame on it, and if I have a say in where she goes, it would be Raw.
It doesn't...
Because SmackDown sucks.
WWE
SmackDown
can make
sucks.
stars out of...
Raw sucks.
The thing
SmackDown is clearly the better women's division at the moment.
The thing is
That's what I was trying to say.
WWE can make a star out of anybody if they write the storylines correctly.
Well, they could, yes. But they just choose not to.
So...
They just choose not to. You look at what are they doing with Asuka right now? Asuka's the Raw Women's Champion. Has she defended her title recently? No, absolutely not. Because they haven't written jack squat for her. Because they've been focused on other things like the tag team championships.
Well, that's because she's
apparently
probably
the
decided...
tag team championships are more important than the Raw Women's Championship.
And the last couple weeks, she decided to go back to Japan because it's safer there. They actually take COVID serious.
Becky Lynch should stay away from wrestling because being compromised. I mean, yeah, that's another thing. Was like, I don't think she wants to like bring COVID to her.
Nope. Don't bring COVID to the baby.
That'd be bad.
Clearly, they ain't doing anything with Asuka.
No, they're not.
No.
Not at all.
I think I know who'd drink them too. I'll drink them eventually. They are from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Cool. So Jack, you had to buy American beer. Is that what you're saying? You had to buy American beer. You couldn't buy the English beer. Jeez. Kind of letting down, your country there. 2 questions. Where was Asuka tonight? Is there enough people for Dusty Rhodes Women's Tag Team Classic?
I asked the same question.
The first question, MIA. Second question, they'll just pull people out of the woodwork and put them together.
No. First question, MIA. Second question, NOPE.
There we are.
So.
We just did the alphabet for you.
So there you go. So anyways, after this we have Sheamus and Leah versus Miz and Morrison, and Sheamus and Lee won, and then after we had Triple H who accepted Randy's challenge, and then we come back from that, and Keith Lee and Sheamus are just fighting or something. You got me. I don't know. So Keith Lee won.
Yeah. Why? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And then they hugged each other. They're awesome. It's not Elias' fault he's with Jackson Riker. Yes, I know John Ellis just stupid having him there. I buy American beer. English beer is too bland and usually warm. And England's only half my country. Well, Jack, you see, it's warm because you don't put it in the refrigerator. You have to put it in the refrigerator to keep it from being warm.
It's
just saying. It's weird how that works. Unless it's really cold outside, then you can set it outside and let it get cold there.
Mm-hmm.
First question, MIA. Second, none. Yeah. I guess your New Year's resolution, you're going to be complaining about Jackson, Riker, and Elias for the rest of the year. Looking forward to it. Yes, John L., that was exactly what the plan is.
Yep, I complain every time Jackson Riker's on television because, as I said, he's a trash human being and doesn't need to be on there. Why do you want that representing your product, Vince?
Until March 12th.
Doesn't make any sense.
When they split up.
Sorry, Keith Lee won. That was great. And then after Lee and Sheamus hugged, and that's great. And then we get Drew McIntyre, who responds to Bill Goldberg. He says, "Never meet your heroes in person, kids."
Thank you, John.
McIntyre then accepts the challenge. And I'm like, was there any doubt that he wasn't going to accept the challenge? Like, I don't understand this. I truly don't understand why. Like, every time that somebody, like, comes to challenge somebody for whatever reason, and, like, they leave it on a cliffhanger note for the next week, it's, like, it really kills me because I'm like, do you really think that, like, dude showed up on television to challenge a guy for the challenge to not be accepted? Like, what? That would make absolutely no sense. In fact, it would just be stupid.
Well, that's a storyline they need to do.
So, like... all of us are
the
sitting
next
here going,
week
oh, well, there's no way he's not accepting the challenge.
And then he comes on and goes, Goldberg.
You suck! I don't accept your challenge! Mic drop. And then walks out.
You're too old for me, and you've hit your head against the wall one too many times. I don't want to fight you. Better reaction to a fireball, Keith Lee from Scarlett or Randy Orton from Alexa? I thought Randy's was really good tonight.
He was all like...
Yeah. I thought it was really good.
The Scarlett Keith Lee one really wasn't much... There wasn't much to it. I mean, dude just opened the book and the fire went... It was like Alexa legit throwing the thing at him. So it looked a bit cooler.
And there was a distance there because, like... You know, if it's off just a little bit, it doesn't look as good. Mm-hmm. So you had to have it just right. So I think that I think you got to go with the Randy and Alexa. Billy Goldberg, that'd be cool. Come into the ring, Billy Goldberg.
Well, that's literally what Drew called him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what they need to do is Billy Goldberg.
Billy Goldberg, and he said it in his accent. It was really funny.
Yeah, Billy.
It wasn't as good, but it was really
That's because I can only do Drew like that. It's like. Can't do Billy.
But it was really funny.
If there's a UK pay-per-view Maven, please do the review as a British Maven. Jack, she'll do the review as British Maven, and I'll do the review as British Mister Gleen.
That'll exist of me speaking the entire show and Mr. G not saying a word.
I'll be sitting here going...
Oh, man. Speak it into the existence, Bill Goldberg.
I hope Billy Goldberg wins the WWE Championship at the Rumble. Orton had the better reaction. Keith Lee's was funny. Yeah, I think because of the whole Alexa thing, just the way it came, like it shot across the ring. Mm-hmm. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it looked really cool because it was like she put her hand up and then it was all like and it like flew.
Yeah. Contract Maven, not a book. Scott, don't even get me started with Oldberg.
Same diff.
Speak it into the existence. Bill Goldberg, new WWE champion. I know. That's cool.
You can see sort of like, it's like a freaking slingshot.
Yeah.
Where she was all like...
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It looks so cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool photo.
WWE has been relying on the washed up old fart since they went PG. Well, Clark, I think the big issue is they don't write good stories. Yeah,
that's their main issue is that they don't know how to write a good story. And the writers who know how to write a good story don't get to write a good story because Vince is like...
How you doing, Jordan? We are doing good.
Vince is like, nah, no storytelling for you people. I'm rewriting it the way I want to. So, that's generally the way that works. So it's like, why even hire story writers?
Yeah.
Like, they're just literally sitting there to get paid to do absolutely nothing because you end up rewriting the show in the first place. I mean, whatever. It must be nice to get, paid to do nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Seth Rollins on SmackDown. They're going to have Becky Lynch on SmackDown because they're married. Probably. I miss Brock Lesnar, Mr. G. What's Brock up to these days? Well, he's up to about 6'4", I believe. He's just hanging out somewhere.
Oh, man.
Not sure where.
Yeah.
Parts unknown.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with people like the Boogeyman and people like that.
Yeah.
In Britain, showing emotion is punishable by being banished. Jack, that's okay. If you want to be banished, you can come to the United States. No, you don't want to come here. Trust me. Yeah, go to Australia or someplace like that.
If you want to be banished, come to the United States. Man.
Come to the United States where we try to get you sick and possibly die. You can't say the same about the NXT Women's Champion. Who is the Women's Champion?
Io. I think. Is Io still the
I don't know,
champion?
because we haven't watched NXT in a while. Or I haven't watched NXT in a while.
It's been a minute. I just keep up to date with, like, the, I watch clips and stuff. I haven't watched a full NXT show in, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because I've been, doing other things, been busy with other stuff.
They've been relying on the old farts because the ratings stink for current talent, but every time the old farts come back, the ratings spike. Stop watching the legend shows. I think the big issue is that the storylines for the people they have now just sucks. If you don't have the storylines, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know NJPW? Yes, Jordan. If you do, where do you think Jay White is going to go and WWE is interested in Marty Scurll?
Well, I don't know. I've heard rumors that Jay White's going to go to, like, NXT or something. But I don't know.
I would say that's where I could
would,
see both of them ending up in WWE just
but
because.
I don't think I don't know why they'd be interested in Marty Scurll either.
Just to sign people.
Well, yeah, but, like, he doesn't really, like, have a good reputation now. But I guess WWE doesn't really care since they have all these other guys on the roster that, I guess they don't really care. But I've heard that AEW isn't really looking for.
But you're going to have, like, new shows coming out where you're going to have more wrestlers. And so I could see, them signing some big names to be going to some of these places.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if, rumors are true about NXT Japan possibly happening.
Yeah.
Jay White would be a good one to have to represent, over there. I don't expect anything to happen with that until after some of this COVID stuff is taken care of. But I could see, them signing him and then using him
for something like
that.
Yeah. I wonder why Vince hires writers. I applied for a WWE writing job. I kind of hope I don't get it, as if I get it, there's no chance I'll get anything on air.
Jack, if you get it, we'll feed you things to do.
Yeah, you can take our...
Yeah, Jack.
Wait,
we'll let you take our ideas.
I don't know that I... But see, the only issue with that is I'm not getting paid for that.
That's okay.
You gotta, send us some money, though, if
we can
always
say, look, we know that guy that wrote this story.
Well, we could.
And he got it from us.
Yeah, I guess, but, then Jack might get in trouble for stealing people's ideas.
He might, but that's okay. Who's Jay White? James Jay White. He's a big name in New Japan Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was big
in New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
from
I
anywhere
think
else.
I'm trying to think of where else he's been.
I don't know where else he's been. I work with Marty Scurll. He's nice, but I think the Speaking Out movement put paid on him in WWE. Yeah, probably. It's also odd how I can't even guess who's gonna win the Rumble. Could it be a return? I see Bianca winning the Women's Rumble, though. Yeah, man, I don't know either. I don't know who could potentially win that either. Okay, I'd pay you, but then Vince will be ripping up your ideas. Oh, man. Just do what Vince likes.
Well, technically, if he's ripping them up, then they're your ideas, Jack. We had nothing to do with it. Just saying. Just do what Vince likes and make bad booking. Yeah. A CGI fireball, if you look at it, made a right turn after it hit Orton's face. So it ricocheted. I'll see myself out.
So then on Matt Riddle promo backstage, and he talks about beating Bobby Lashley is like having a good pizza. Let's just analyze that for a second. Matt Riddle compares beating Bobby Lashley is like having a good pizza. Beating Bobby Lashley is like having a good pizza.
Yeah.
Where's the connection?
There is none.
But that's why it made me laugh, though, because I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, because it's Riddle. Then he has Lucha House Party, who he's talking to, and Lucha House Party tells Riddle to watch his back, and Riddle's like, I can't watch my back. It's not physically possible to watch my back. So, like, what am I supposed to do there? And they're like, just watch your back, man. Just watch your back. And he's like, well, thanks, bro chachos. And I'm like, alrighty then. That was funny.
Yeah.
We then have T-Bar versus Xavier Woods, which I guess I missed because I don't recall this happening, but it did. I feel like I remember Woods walking to the ring, but I don't recall actually seeing the match.
Yeah. Nobody cared.
I don't know, man. But T-Bar won.
Yeah.
Who cares? We then have Bobby Lashley versus Riddle in a 1:57 match where Lashley won, and then after Riddle challenged MVP, and then Riddle got beat by MVP, and
No, Riddle defeats
Riddle beat MVP by disqualification, but he proceeded to get beat down after the match, which is why I thought he lost the match. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what?
Man.
Y'all
Get the story straight.
Y'all know what I meant. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get through the show, bro. It's 11 o'clock. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get through the show.
Scott Lana is out injured. She's been out. She's got like an ankle injury or something.
I don't know, man. She put out this picture where she had her arm in a sling and her leg in a boot, and I don't know if it's real and she's actually injured or if it's part of a storyline.
No, she's legitimately injured.
She is?
Yes.
How do you know?
There's something wrong with her ankle or leg, lower leg.
Oh. Neat.
Bad booking, which has lasted 28 years. Yes, definitely, Jack. Does Matt Riddle smoke week before the shows? Matt Riddle not only smokes weeks before the shows, he smokes right before the shows, and then he smokes right before he gets in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, weed. Yes, he does smoke weed. Shinsuke versus Reigns at Mania. That would be good.
Nah, it's not happening.
But it's not happening.
It's going to be Goldberg.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's going to be
It's not going to be Shinsuke versus Reigns.
Well, they have built this up way too much on just this one show, saying that, this is the WWE Championship is the only belt that Goldberg has never won.
Yes.
He's winning the title, and then he's going to go on to fight Roman at Mania, and it's going to be title for title. And Roman is going to be Goldberg.
I agree.
That's what's going to happen.
Then he's going to be the big head of the table on both shows.
That's what's going to happen. I guarantee it.
Yes.
Like, I will put money on it.
Yes.
I don't have any money, and I'm still going to put my non-existent money on the table.
Yeah.
And I will be right.
I would agree.
And then I'll take everybody's money, and then I'll be rich.
Every pizza is good pizza. I agree, Jack. I mean, you can't, well, I take that back because, anchovies I don't like. So, I mean, anything else you could put on pizza, and I could say, okay, yes, you're correct.
I just really don't like pizza.
Anyone miss Lana? I do. I hope she comes back very soon.
Riddle probably likes his pizza with no cheese.
Yes. That works, too. Mrs. Gleen has pizza with no cheese sometimes if we don't have dairy-free cheese. Mm-hmm. So, the NXT Women's Champion, she hasn't defended her title against nobody. I don't. Has she wrestled in the last 6 years?
Not recently.
Yeah. Jay White. He's a wrestler from New Japan Wrestling. I think he was in Ring of Honor. That's what I think too. I could be wrong.
Maybe I agree that's happening at Mania. Yep, 100%. Mm-hmm.
Goldberg shows up on SmackDown to be easier then. Yeah. Wonder who Roman and Jay will beat up Friday since Owens is injured. Who knows?
Probably somebody.
Yeah, no. Who knows? Goldberg can pick up Drew. I don't know if he can. He couldn't pick up The Undertaker. What makes him think he can pick up Drew? Brock returns and Heyman turns on Roman. I think that's coming. It's just down the road. The most WCW guy ever will get the WWE title. Yes. Goldberg. Damian Priest. That's possible. Does cheese-free pizza work? Yes, it does work.
I mean, it's just a cheese-free pizza.
Yeah.
So technically, it's really just...
It does work.
It's pizza crust and sauce.
Yeah. With, like...
And if you want toppings on it,
some vegetables or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roman and Jay will beat up Damian, which is why we get the fake cheese. Mm-hmm. Which I will tell you, the fake cheese a lot of times has more flavor than the real cheese. Roman and Jay will beat up Damian Priest. Probably. Definitely. He can spear Drew. Yeah, that's the important part. So he just needs to spear Drew.
He'll spear Drew like 17 times.
At least.
At least. Possibly 20. Like, he's going to spear him a lot. And then...
Mr. G, can you act like Trump not being able to tweet? So you want me to, like, rage? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, we have, like, 5 or 6 segments left.
I was on the greatest tweet fest ever. It was the greatest. And now I can't tweet! What is up with this world? Not allowing me to tweet what I want to. Not allowing to spew the lies that I throw out there. I mean, the truth. Because I only talk the truth.
Because everything else is fake news!
Yes. The fake news people out there. All the fake news people. I can't believe that the fake news people want to put me down like this. Can you believe that the fake news people want to put me out there? It's rigged.
Bro.
It's all rigged.
Bruh. The amount of tweets that I saw several tweets on my feed today talking about how, like, taking away Trump's ability to tweet is just so not right. It's so against, like, the freedom of speech. And I'm just like, unfollowed, you loser.
Well, the freedom of speech only counts when it's the government, not...
The freedom of speech only counts when you're not freaking threatening people. Like, through Twitter.
Yeah.
Don't make threatening remarks. Don't put out lies.
You guys...
Fake news, bro.
Yeah.
Don't spell fake news and you won't be kicked off Twitter. They have every right to kick your butt off Twitter.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You guys prefer Roman with or without the vest? Because I miss Roman with the vest, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I want to try fake cheese and Impossible Burger. Sorry, that's not wrestling. It's okay, Jack. You know our story. We just, like, have everything. It's the way it goes sometimes. Fake cheese and Impossible Burgers are awesome. I'm telling you, they're good. The flavor, I will tell you, the flavor is really good. Can I have money? I need money from druggies. $40, please. Move along, Chris. Druggies, me too, Chris. I know what you're saying, Chris. I understand what you're saying. That's why you probably need to get a job. Because then you could go get something like that. Just saying. Bye-bye! They said Trump was banned on Spotify. How do you get kicked off of Spotify? Good question, Observing Stuff. I don't know. I like helping out as many people as we can help out. I hope before he got banned from our channel that I hope he, I'm sure he'll be back as, Larry Tombstone or something like that. Maybe Tombstone Pizza.
If I were Trump, I'd put dead fish. Read the comments.
For Trump, I'd put dead fish in the Resolute desk. I don't get the freedom of speech defense. It's Twitter's...
Exactly!
It's Twitter's decision. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. There's no freedom of speech. Like, I don't understand it either.
Mr. G, isn't it natural?
I try, Scott. Can you do the bye-bye again? Sure, I'll take you through the whole thing. Can I have money? I need money for drugs. Druggies. So apparently he's supplying drugs to other people because he said he needed money for druggies. So he's giving them to other people, apparently. So, we could always help anybody out as long as, you know, you need the help. So here's my suggestion. Go get a job and bye-bye! How's that, Scott?
Trump was banned from Spotify. Shame. I heard he was a great singer. Bro, he was banned off of Pinterest. Pinterest, dude. Pinterest. Like, what?
Well, if you wouldn't put out, like, okay, Twitter's not working. I gotta go to Pinterest. I've got some things I need to post on my Pinterest page. Overthrow the government. Attack the Capitol. Go after those people that have fake news.
All of the stuff, like, all of the social media that he was banned off of, man. It's like, geez, dude. Like,
if you wouldn't put out stupid stuff as the president of the United States,
I was laughing.
You wouldn't have to worry about it.
Because I was talking.
Maybe if you want to post that stuff, go live under a rock where nobody knows who you are. Because I'm sure there's people out there that post that stuff that nobody knows who they are. But as president of the United States, everybody sees it. Everybody knows who you are. You want to be the Orange Cheeto. You want to be famous. You are now because you banned from every social media thing out there.
Dude, it was really funny. I was talking to my brother earlier, and
Scott, he will be because he's gonna go. Well, crap. Pinterest gone. Spotify gone. Twitter gone.
We were talking about
YouTube
all
gone.
the social media that he's banned on.
Xbox One. Let's do that. Quick, before I get banned. Oh, now I'm banned on that too.
I was like, dude, all the social media platforms that he's banned on, like, I was just being stupid, and I was like, oh, you know, Trump gets banned on Twitter, so he's like, all right, let's jump to the next one, you know, Trump on TikTok. Vote for me for president, you know, doing the dances and stuff. Ah, man, that would have been a joy to see. He's like, it dwindles down to the only social media platform that's available for him is TikTok. That would have been freaking hilarious.
He'd been to go to Seth's Roblox account.
Like, ah, man.
Wait till he gets banned from the U.S. Postal Service. You been sending out mail now, there, Mr. President? Banned. What the heck is Roblox? Roblox is kind of like,
Minecraft?
yeah, kind of like Minecraft, but
it's
different.
It's a bit different.
Yeah. So yeah. Trump will be on Twitter next as Cheeto34567. Yeah, he could be. Resolute Dusk was a British wooden ship which got stuck in the Arctic. An American expedition found it, so Queen Victoria had bits made into two Resolute Dusk. One's in Buckingham Palace, one's in the Oval Office. I did not know that, Jack. That is very interesting. That is pretty cool.
Me?
Man, Jack throwing the facts out there, throwing the history, that's pretty cool.
That's what Jack's here for.
Yeah. Jack, you are awesome. Miz getting back the briefcase when Morrison look, and he's gonna, yeah, you dorky Americans can't figure anything out, so I have to come here and educate you guys.
He knows more about America than we do. So
I'm gonna give the Americans some education.
Like,
because they can't figure it out.
Oh, man.
I heard it's kind of like Minecraft, Scott. Yes, it is kind of like Minecraft. Miz getting back the briefcase when Morrison cashed it in until CM makes no sense, because if you look back at when Brock cashed it in on Seth, it wasn't Brock who handed the briefcase to the ref, but Paul Heyman. So in other words, Brock could come back and get the briefcase back and then cash in on somebody else then, right? Johnny Lee? Yeah. I can see Miz cash in at Mania. Yeah, I can see that happen. Trump's next bio on Twitter. Suspended at
88 million.
Oh, you're awesome too. Thanks, Jack. We appreciate it.
Ah, man. So anyways, I was just also talking to Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce is all like, I'm fighting Roman at the Rumble or whatever, but not tonight. I gotta focus on being the GM of Raw, because, you know, I got a job, bro. And so Drew Gulak comes up to enter himself in the Rumble, but Pierce says that Gulak can't just enter himself in the Rumble. And I'm like...
Everybody else has. Why can't he?
What? Pierce says that if Gulak can beat AJ Styles, then he'll be in the Rumble. Well, what a shame for Drew Gulak, because that is a travesty that he does not get to be put into the Rumble, because AJ Styles proceeded to beat him in a 3-minute and 12-second match. That is freaking lame. Like, what is the whole story behind, like, being able to put yourself in the Rumble? Like, if other people can do it, then, like, why
Yeah, people declaring matches. I'm going to have a match against so-and-so tonight.
I just don't get it.
Adam Pearce had nothing to do with that.
No clue. Shouldn't Adam Pearce be preparing for versus Reigns?
He should be.
He should be, but he's like, I know I'm going to get beat in 0.2 seconds. So what's the point of, putting an effort when I can just literally stand there and get,
Yeah. If COVID clears up a little, it's in Hollywood, so it would work great for the Miz. COVID isn't clearing up for a while now. We are, like... We can't even get shots in people's arms.
No, we're having a huge issue with that, man.
Like, we were supposed to have like 20 million done already, and we have like 6.
And I saw a thing today where like they're getting rid of like vaccines like at the sites and stuff. Like if they don't use all of them, they're just like throwing them out because they can't use them.
Yeah.
Because they've been like off of refrigeration for a certain amount of time or whatever. It's like what? Huh?
Yeah.
Dude, we like wasted all this time. Like, what? Like, I don't get it, man.
Well, I had to teach an American woman at my work how the American government works, and I mean the basics. Well, Jack, Alabama voted a football coach in to be a...
I think we need to teach the current president the basics of American government.
Alabama voted in a football coach that has no clue about it. He was talking about the House of Representatives and Congress, or the Senate and Congress have to vote, and like he screwed up everything. Like everything he was saying was like totally off the wall and was totally messed up. And I'm like, dude, you just got voted in and you can't even tell you have no clue what the government is. Like, how stupid. And then the people that voted you in must be really dumb because you don't even know what the government is. Adam Pearce isn't fitting given the last 3 minutes like Drew Gulak. Yeah, he'll get killed. COVID isn't clearing up until 2025. What makes you think 2025, Scott? I'm just curious.
Well, because it's several years out, and it's several years out. So
yeah, I mean that's outside of that. I mean, I suppose Casper's telling me that it won't be Pierce versus Roman at the Rumble. I'm like, dude, Pierce won the match on Friday. What do you mean it ain't gonna be him? So who's it gonna be? Who's Casper think it's gonna be? I like Gulak's new ring attire. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I did like his new ring attire.
Well, it makes me so sad that he does not get the credit or recognition or time on television that he should.
No.
He's a really talented dude.
He is.
Like, really talented. And so, like, the fact that he doesn't... And he's not even, like, being, like... They're not even letting him be in the Rumble. Like, it freaking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that would be, like, his one big match of the year. And they're not even letting him do that. It's so stupid.
From the 21st is a new POTUS who knows the job better than me. First time since Obama. Yes. I agree, Jack. Damian Priest. He says Damian Priest. It's going to be Kevin Owens with Damian Priest in his corner. What if it's Damian Priest with Kevin Owens in his corner? So how are they going to work that in? Is Pierce going to get like attacked in the back so he can't come out and wrestle?
Nah, I still think it's going to be Pierce and Roman. I think that Pierce is going to get his butt handed to him, and then they're going to have like Kevin or Damian or whoever come out after the match.
Have him return to NXT and face Escobar. That'd be cool if they do that. I mean, I think that'd be a good move, but they won't do that. They're making Lashley look really strong. Observing stuff, they're making him look really strong this week. Wait till next week when they decide, nope, he's going to lose to Mustafa Ali. Once I saw Gulak get no entrance, I was sure he was losing. Yes, definitely. It won't clear up until 2025 because of the way things are going. Too many people are not taking it seriously, and maybe Biden will fix things. Yeah, I agree. I think there's just too many people not taking things seriously. I will say around here, we had a mask mandate kind of put in place, and I've seen more people wearing masks. I still see some that aren't. But like when I go to the store around here, when there was like maybe 10% of the people wearing masks, I would say probably 75 to 80% of the people are now wearing masks.
Which is better.
So that has changed, which makes you wonder, maybe if you'd put a mask mandate in the first place, maybe you wouldn't have got hammered with COVID. Well, let's get hammered by, let's have COVID just run wild and then have lots of people die. Oh, put a mask mandate in. Well, maybe those people wouldn't have died if you'd done this before.
So,
remember when Shelton Benjamin used to do that silent gimmick where he used to just make weird faces at the camera?
bro, that's me every day. That's me every day, all the time. So anyways, we get Jax versus Baszler. Not Jax versus Baszler, that's a freaking lie. We have Jax and Baszler versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke for the 17th time in the last 4 months.
Yeah, we needed this match.
Jax and Baszler won.
I hadn't seen this match. I'm glad that this match happened. I was pretty impressed with
the whole point of this is to break up Jax and Baszler because they're going to have a spot in the Rumble where Baszler throws out Jax.
Yes.
I think that's where we're going with this.
Yeah. Because, I was glad to see this match. It's been a while since we've seen Baszler and Jax versus Rosenbrooks, and I was just shocked that it happened.
And then to finish off the show real quick, we'll just get through this. We have Triple H and Randy Orton
Good night, James.
in their fight or whatever, and it ends with Triple H getting a sledgehammer out, and then the sledgehammer caught fire, and Triple H poof, disappeared.
I want to know
and then Alexa showed up and went poof, with a fireball.
I want to know
to Randy Orton's eyeballs.
I want to know what happened to Triple H.
Me too.
Nobody questioned that. He just disappeared and he was gone. And nobody said, where's Triple H? He's gone.
Nope.
We're concerned about him.
Yep,
He's just gone.
Nobody. Not at all.
I don't get it. What do you guys think about Brody Lee, Luke Harper? Jordan, we actually did a show kind of where we talked quite a bit about it. In WWE, I wasn't a huge Luke Harper fan, but I didn't watch a lot of the stuff. I would just pick up clips here and there, just because I wasn't watching a lot of wrestling like during that time. But I knew about the Wyatt family and things like that, so I'd watch some of that stuff.
My background is still the Brody Lee thing. I didn't change it.
So I was like, when he went to AEW and they were using him the way they were using him, I was like, man, this guy is like talented and like WWE like fell down here with this because this guy could do, lots of cool things. And then finding out, after his death, the person he was. WWE could have used him as the face of their company, not only with the way he worked in the ring,
but just because of the type of person that he was.
but with how he was outside of the ring. And they chose not to do that.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things where you sit here and you go, the guy basically wasted his time in WWE because of how they used him.
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't not just about what the ring in-ring stuff, but out of the ring, they could have made him like a star. And
the biggest baby face that ever lived, and it's not a freaking gimmick. I mean, it's just him.
Yeah. And so, so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts in like short terms on his whole thing. I see people complain about wearing a mask is tyranny. I don't think they know what tyranny is. Jack, if I ever have anybody say anything to me about wearing a mask, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm just taking all my clothes off. And say, you know what's tyranny? Me having to wear my clothes. My clothes aren't preventing you from getting sick. Okay? This mask is preventing you from getting sick. It's helping me out. So, I feel if there's any tyranny, it's the fact that I have to wear clothes. You have made me wear clothes my entire life. Why? You sheep? It's time for me to stop following everybody. I'm done being a sheep. I'm running around naked from now on with a mask.
Oh, man.
Kayla Braxton's big mad on Twitter. Why is she mad? What'd she do?
Something about... let me just find it, I guess. I think I briefly saw a tweet or something.
While you're doing that, I'm going to continue on with the chat. Mr. G, maybe he decimated thanks to Thanos. Could be, Jonah Lee.
Here it is.
Could be.
She said, while I was at work tonight, I got a call that someone very close to me died of COVID. And as I logged on to this platform tonight, I noticed multiple disgusting tweets tagging me to make jokes about me when I had the virus earlier this year. F you. So, I don't know.
I mean, this is just it. I mean, people are just stupid about this. Because you have no idea how it's going to affect you. You have no idea how it's going to affect anyone you care about. And you have a bunch of clowns out there that maybe they had it and it didn't affect them in the same way. This is killing 3,000 people a day. It's a 9/11. If we had someone come in and attack us with a, like blow things up and kill 3,000 people, people be thumping their chests and going, hey, we need to go fight somebody. And yet, the fact that they're killing of course, I mean... You wouldn't expect anything different since, kind of what they did to the Capitol. Mm-hmm. So I guess, it's kind of just the way it is. Americans are cool with killing Americans. But if someone else comes in and kills Americans, all I gotta do is defend the United States. Okay? Because that's just the way it is. Okay, whatever. Okay? Grow up. Did Triple H just leave? Yeah, I think he must have just left.
Bro, legit though. Somebody just put this tweet out.
Triple H fell down a pothole.
Somebody put this tweet out, said, Adam Pearce, you can't declare yourself in the Rumble, Drew Gulak. 30 minutes later, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. We're declaring ourselves for the Royal Rumble. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Remember when Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins tickle each other SmackDown, and then I have no clue what you're saying, John. Triple H did the John Cena, you can't see me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I guess so. Jordan WWE could have used him better, yes. Why didn't he hit Orton with a flaming sledgehammer? He was going to. And then he disappeared. I agree he wasn't used well in WWE. And you can see the superstars in WWE had a lot of respect for him and love when he did. It's just a shame Vince McMahon didn't see what timing he was doing. Jonelle, it wasn't just WWE. It was like all wrestling. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at Impact, people from Ring of Honor, people from independent wrestling organizations, they all had good things to say about him. And so, which is why I said that WWE could have used him, and not only used him in the ring, but out of the ring, they could have used him. COVID doesn't participate in riots. No. Especially when you don't wear a mask. I wonder how many of those people, from the other day will be getting sick and dying. Because the odds are, that you're going to have, I don't know how many there were, 10,000? Roughly. You figure about 15 of them are going to die from COVID. You can see the superstars in WWE a lot respected him when they let him. Just shame Vince McMahon and see what timing does. Yeah, I agree. COVID doesn't participate in riots. Nope. I've been watching the BTE the past couple of days. They're hilarious.
I have to watch today's.
Yeah, I haven't seen today's, but yes, most of the time they are pretty good.
I have to watch today's Being the Elite. I'll probably do that tomorrow while I'm at my infusion. So.
They need to leave Kayla Braxton alone. She just lost somebody in her life, and it affects you in so many different ways. It does, John Allen. That's the irritating part is people are not respectful about it. People still think it's a joke. People still think it's no big deal. Yet you look at pictures of Los Angeles, you look at pictures of Texas, you look at pictures of things like that, and people are dying from this. People are getting really sick from this. People that get really sick from this, may not die, but then they're dealing with whatever, issues they have for the rest of their life. Mm-hmm. Because I think, the long haulers aren't going to have this for just a short time, then it's going to go away. It's going to stay around. 10,000 rioters, 4 brain cells. Kayla Braxton, dead habit. AJ Styles in it. Yeah. I like the BTE where Evil Uno had the helmet.
That one was so funny because, like, Brody was hitting him in the head with the papers,
Yeah.
and he was like, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. And he put the helmet on, and he hit him with the papers,
Yeah.
and he went, oh my god, it worked! It was so funny.
Yes.
And then Brody was like, take the helmet off. Take the effing helmet off! And then he proceeded to hit him in the head again with the papers.
Good. Definitely good.
So funny. Such a good bit, man.
Yes. All right. We're not going to try and stretch this out tonight. We got to be up early tomorrow to take Maven for her infusion. So we are going to take off. We'll be back Wednesday with AEW. Until then, everyone stay safe. Wear your mask. Remember, you are protecting someone as well as protecting yourself when you wear your mask. With that, we're out of here. See you Wednesday, everybody. Peace out.